document format, basic tag list, HTML elements and tags, types and tags, HTML attributes. Okay. HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. What is this markup language and what is the difference between the markup language and the programming language? Anybody in the class who know the difference between the markup language and the programming language?
In markup language, we will be having tags to define the UI. So in other programming languages, we will not having the predefined tags. Instead, we'll be having APIs or inbuilt APIs to structure.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
markup language only consists of a structure, ma'am, whereas programming consists of like basic tags and others.
In simple words, I will tell. Markup language is used to present some data. We want to present some data. It could be your content, or it could be image, or it could be anything. It could be your links that will be present. While programming language is used to give some instruction to the computer. Okay, from the computer, there will be output comes. Okay. So HTML used to create a web pages and web applications like that. HTML is widely used language on a web. Okay, we can create a static website by using only HTML. Technically, HTML is a markup language rather than the programming language, as I said before. HTML consists of series of elements. It has elements. I'll come to that later. What exactly means elements? HTML elements tells the browser how to display the content. Okay, so HTML describes the structure of the web page. It gives the structure of the web page. So when we come to the history of the HTML actually in 1989, Tim Berners invented www. Okay, in 1991, Tim Berners invented HTML. So till now, 2017, the HTML5 extension, version is running. Nowadays also we are using HTML5, that is the doc type. We'll come to that later when we practically build a doc type HTML document. Okay, so these things will be provided in your after the class. You will get this PPT. You can read this. The W3C, the World Wide Web Consortium, is an international community where the member organizations, a full-time staff, the public work together, develop the web standards. It's like one community. Every web developers or software engineers, they will come and they'll introduce their own idea into the web field or IT field. Okay, these are two communities. You have to make a note of it because it is very important when it comes to interview point of view. Okay. Now, HTML is easy to learn and use. HTML is free. HTML is supported by all browsers. Why I'm telling this key points? Because it's very important you to understand what HTML look. Practically, you can build a website using a HTML, but understanding theoretically is also very important. Okay, if anybody is feeling boring, tell me, because so I asked actually in the previous class, there was a use text. Actually, I also don't like to read like this, but it's very necessary you to understand theoretically as well. When you give an interview, they will ask this kind of questions. Okay, though it's look very simple and very small text, but it is very important, huge value. Okay, HTML is most friendly search engine. HTML is a simple to edit. HTML can integrate easily with other languages. Like in HTML, we can EN stands for in English. We can also use other languages as well. HTML is a mainly used English. HTML is a lightweight. HTML is a basic of all programming language. Display changes instantly, widely used. Okay. Before going in detail, let me come to practical so that you people can understand. Everybody know Visual Studio. You know how to download Visual Studio. We use Visual Studio is a coding app to code all type of languages or key frameworks. You know how to download that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, it's if you know how to download that, it's well and good. If you don't know, you please download the Visual Studio. Okay, so I've already opened one Visual Studio. Maybe you can visible my screen. Is my screen is visible, everyone? I have opened Visual Studio Code. Is my screen is visible? I want you to know.
Ma'am.
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am, it's not.
No,
It's not.
ma'am.
Oh, okay. Let me share again. I think now you can see.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes, it's
So the one
visible.
who are starting with the scratch, they need to open with the one folder. Folder will be for HTML. Will create here only. Create one folder. New folder. HTML tut. Okay. I've created one folder. If you right click, there is an option open with code. Either you can go, if you click there, it will directly navigate into a Visual Studio. Otherwise, you click here. And here also, if you go, I mean, two ways it's good to know code. Here also it will show. Okay, just directly open. So the folder will be open here. If not open, you can also directly open here also. Open folder. I have created in a desktop. HTML2. Yes, a new folder is created here. Okay, this is the HTML. So in this folder, I'll create one file called index.html. Why this extension is very much essential, everyone?
Shows the type of the file.
Exactly. Now we are working with the HTML. That's why we have to give an extension. If I work with the JavaScript, I'll give an extension .js. CSS means .css. So that's why this extension is very important. If I click, that file will be opened with a blank. Okay. Either the boiler. Now let's create a boilerplate code. Yeah. Either we can type. Otherwise, we can create just shift exclamation. If we type, just give an enter, it will be give the boilerplate code. This is called the boilerplate code. Otherwise, you can type. Okay, it will be available.
Sorry, can you come back again? I didn't get it.
Okay, I'll just remove this. This is what I have created now previous. That is a boilerplate code. It is very important and necessary to build a website. In that, you will going to add your content, image, etc., etc. Okay, so that is very important. So to create that shift exclamation, if you click now, it will show the first emit abbreviation. If you click there, it will open the boilerplate code. Either you can create what now I showed. No, otherwise you can type by yourself, like doc type HTML. It will only give doc type HTML. Actually, why this doc type HTML is very important? Anybody? Why we use this doc type?
It tells the version of HTML, ma'am.
Exactly. It is a version of HTML. Which version? Anybody? Which version?
A document type.
No, is a fifth version.
5.3.
It's fifth version. It's fifth version.
There will be an extension of the 5.7, 5.6 like that. The fifth version, we actually declare this as a fifth version. Okay. So now next we'll write the HTML tag. Inside the HTML tag, we'll write all the necessary tags, that is ed tag. Why this ed tag is very much as important? One thing, it will contains the meta information of the HTML. Last time I created this boilerplate code, right? One you can see here. This is the meta type information, which is explains about the HTML, detailed HTML. Okay. So inside this meta info, actually that meta information is very much essential when we work with a React. Now, right now it's not necessary. Okay, that's why I'm not writing that. So title is very important. Title will write in the ed section. What is the title now?
Index.html.
Title, anything that we can give. That will be visible. I'll show you when I run the page. Okay, title, HTML tutorials, like this. Okay. After the ed section, we'll write the body section. Inside the body, whatever the content will give, it could be the paragraph, headings, the tags will come here. Okay. So, and it will end with this HTML. This is exactly the boilerplate code looks like. Okay. So now let's write some headings. Coming to headings. Okay. How many type of headings are there?
6.
Yes, 6. The most important heading is H1. The least important heading is H6. Okay. We'll write all the 6. We'll see the difference so that we can understand visually. Okay. I'll H2. H3. Right now we'll use 3. After that, I'll return all the headings. Okay. So this is I have created. Now, here, if you see go live, there is an option go live. If you click right here also, you will get open with the live server option will be there. If you click here, it will go to the browser. Here also you can click, or else just if you click go to live, it will take you to the browser. Before that, you need to make sure that that file has to be saved. Yes. Can you see here? Yes. Here you can see. Some server issues there, please don't mind. It's displaying, but it's saying unresponsive. Okay, here it is displaying. You can see this is the notes I have given, don't mind. So this is the first heading, and this is the second heading, this is the third heading. Like this, you will be having a fourth and fifth and sixth. Sixth is very tiny and it's unable to use the website. So we don't prefer to use it heading 6. For your understanding, let's write the 4, 5, and 6 also. Okay, make sure you have to save this file before running in a page. Okay, just refresh. See here, very tiny, can't able to see. That's why they don't prefer this H6 heading. The most preferable is the H1. Okay, this is about the headings. Coming to paragraphs. HTML paragraphs are defined with the P tag. This is a P tag. Okay, so let's write. This is a paragraph. See, there is a huge difference between the heading tag as well as the paragraph tag. Heading tag is very bold and it's it's differentiate between all this 5, 6 tags there. No? This is totally different from this paragraph tag. Okay, coming to HTML links. So whenever we use HTML links, we use the anchor tags. Anybody know what is anchor tags here?
For hyperlink,
We use the link from the HTTP hyperlinks. Yeah, we use to use that HTTP. We use the anchor. So let me create a anchor tag. HTML links actually. This is heading. Headings. This is paragraph. Links. So I will create a links using a anchor tags. So inside here, we use the href. Why this href is very much essential? Why this?
Can tell link.
Linked resource, ma'am, it is?
Yes, it will going to give the link to link this some of the URL, no, we'll use href.
So linking
We
of
can
the element.
insert the links, URL links into the href. For example, google.com. We use Google, give google.com now. We copy this. Here we paste this. And here we'll write, this is the link. Okay. Can you see? If you click here, it will directly go to the given link. All of you understood this? How to create HTML links? Just copy the link. You have to insert to the href anchor tag. Then if you save this, it will show there. And if you click, it will directly take you to the mentioned URL. Okay. So the link's destination is specified to the href attributes. What is this attributes? Anybody know what is this attributes? We use attributes.
Name of
Attributes.
class.
These names you should know because you have to use when you are in IT field. That's what I'm telling you. Attributes. What is attributes? Attributes are
It gives the information about the elements, ma'am.
exactly additional information, we can say.
Yes.
Additional information. Okay, it gives an additional information. Any example of attributes?
For input tag, name is the one of the attribute.
Names,
Yeah,
values.
exactly. Now, coming to HTML images. Okay, HTML images. So, how to insert image using an HTML? We see HTML images are defined with the image tag. Which tag? Image tag. Inside the image tag will provide a source. Okay, SRC. Source is nothing but SRC. The source is a file. Alternative alt is a, we also along with this, we also use the alt. This is the alternative text. For example, the source we have to give either we can give through the website. For example, right now I opened a Google. There I choose the google.com, right? Link, a particular link. Like that, I can choose some other flower from the pre-pick or other website. I can directly paste the link to the source, and alt I can give this is the flower for our understanding, for my understanding. So that flower, the link will be displayed on the browser. It's not like a link, but directly the picture will be visible on the browser. Let's try this. Going to pre-pick. So we'll copy this text. I mean URL, sorry. Copy. I'll paste here. Here. It is very huge. You can take alternative. So I'll give flower alternative text. I'm giving a flower pick. Okay, if you save and if you come to the browser here, Yeah, now you can see. Can you see? So actually, we need to take here. Here I have to copy the image address. I copied and I came here. Here I pasted the image link. Okay. And alternative text I have not given. If you want, you can give. It's preferable to give a alternative text. And if you save here, and if you come to the browser, the picture will be visible here. Okay. So this is the basic key points coming to. For example, how to view HTML source. For example, there are list of website. Let's take a Google as an example. How to view the source of an HTML. So right click, there is the inspect option. If you click there on the left side, there will be a list of codes will be there. Could you see? Can you see doc type HTML here? It starts with the HTML 5th version and then HTML tag, head tag. Can you see? Body will be there. So this is how we will view the HTML source from the different website. Okay, we can inspect. Why I am explaining all this from scratch, because there are as I heard that many of them are career grab and also wanted to learn HTML, but this is very basic, I understand, but understanding from the scratch is very important so that you will find easy to get into the HTML in detail. That's why I'm teaching slowly. Don't be mind. If you want me to fast, I will fast. Okay. So this is the HTML, how to inspect the HTML in the different website. Coming to the elements. Anybody know what is element actually? What is element? Anyone? The HTML element is everything from the start and to the end tag. This element will be having a start tag and end tag. For example, this one. Heading will be having a start tag right here. You can see this is a start tag and they have a slash with a end tag. This is entire thing we call it as a element. Okay, element. So there are some other tags which have no end tag, only have a start tag. Any examples? We can use only a start tag without end tag.
Image tag,
Which one?
image, img.
IMG, yes. Have you heard BR? BR tag? Why do we use BR tag?
Break, line break.
Line break. What about this HR tag?
Horizontal line display.
Horizontal line through the here in down you can see there is an horizontal line that is due to HR tag. Okay. So these are the without this is we don't call it as an element because it doesn't have end tag. Okay, you got the difference between the element and normal tag. Okay. There are some nested elements, HTML elements also. What is this nested element?
Element inside.
HTML head, body, these are all the HTML elements, ma'am. Nested elements, ma'am.
HTML body, exactly. HTML elements can be Nested means that element contain other element. Nested element is nothing but the elements contain other elements. We call it as nested HTML elements. For example, head is contain title and the meta information of the HTML. Am I right? Here, the head it contain title. This is a nested element because having another element. HTML itself also a nested element because it contains all this head, body, etc. And body is also a nested element because it contains all these elements. Is that clear, everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay. There are some empty elements also that I already gave an example. Anybody can tell? Empty elements. We don't write anything in that.
Break.
Break, ma'am.
Your voice is breaking. The one who is telling voice is breaking.
Link.
Link. We'll write the HRAF na in that. We'll write.
Tag.
Yes, exactly.
Break.
Yes, break is a empty HTML element because we don't write anything. Do we write anything here? No, right? Only we use blank one. Means empty one use. Now coming to some properties of HTML. HTML is not a case sensitive. It can also take capital P. Also, it can take small p. It's a case sensitive. Any case in alphabetic, any case, uppercase or lowercase, it can be used. Okay, is that clear, everyone?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Now coming to HTML attributes in detail, we'll HTML. I'm not going to PPT because if I see the PPT, if I simply read, you don't, you feel boring. That's why I'm typing here and make you all understanding. Don't be mind, okay? If you really want, I'll go through that and I'll explain like that one.
No, ma'am, this is the best explanation, ma'am.
Yes, that's why I want to right. Actually, I can write also, but it's okay. This is the best idea, I guess. Okay, coming to HTML attributes. What is attribute?
Information.
Alternative information.
Yes, alternative information. All the HTML have the attributes. Do they have all elements have attributes? All elements have attributes.
Yes.
Every element have attributes.
Can have attributes.
Can have
There is no
attributes.
issue with the attributes. They can have attributes provided additional information about the element. It gives the additional information. The attributes are always specified in a start tag. Okay, attribute usually comes in name or values or pairs like name equal to value. For example, I'll write p tag only. Inside the p tag, sorry, not this one. Anchor tag. Okay, anchor tag. Anchor tag, the inside the anchor tag, we use a href, right? Href. I said href. This is an attribute. Anchor tag defines the hyperlink, whereas the href is
Oh, it's not audible.
Ma'am, it's not audible, your voice. No, ma'am, we cannot hear you.